name is Mercedes Moss, and we are discussing WordPress, how to use WordPress as a content management system for internet marketing, e-commerce, teaching, sharing information, sharing your life. If you're a sports person, you can keep make this your real estate platform where you put your videos, your press releases. If you're an entertainer, you can put your gigs here, your live performances, you can start contacting your potential clients by starting an email list. There's so much that you can do with WordPress. And in video number 1, we gave an overview of what to expect. In this video, we are going to speak about the WordPress-Admin or the WordPress dashboard. This is where you start when you log into WordPress. And as soon as my web host contacts me about my affiliate link, I'll add that link there. I don't want you to go anywhere else because guess what? This is a really great hosting service. There are great hosting services out there, but this is the one I currently use. I'm generally happy with them. They have great support, so don't go off anywhere. I'm going to send you here. You can even get free hosting, and I will give you all of those links as soon as I'm sorted out. So you will log into your WordPress dashboard using your website URL. For example, this website is https://demosite.leanmusclebody.com, and when you get to the end of your URL, you will type //wp-login.php or wp-login.php or wp-admin. Those are some of the suffixes you would use after your URL to log in. So when you log in, you will come to this dashboard. It is your front page in the back end of your website, and it tells you up there is dashboard, and here you go to home, and here you go to updates. Updates would take you to updating plugins, updating of your WordPress installation, and that we will talk about in another time, in another video. So let's go down the left-hand side of this page. Here you see posts. Posts are content. We'll talk about that later, but in detail. But posts are content bits of content that you add and to your site. So for example, this is a demo site, and I've added about 3 or 4 posts, two of them on security plugins, and the other one about this tutorial WordPress. So when you get to the front end of the site, if you go to blog posts, the most recent post will be at the top of your WordPress site. My keyboard is hyperactive. It went here. I didn't even click that. So anyway, you noticed a while ago that you got up a menu bar, some menu boxes there that said add new. So when you come over to add new, you'll see post, add new, and here there's a list of all the posts that would have been published on your WordPress site. So here you see all. I only have 4. Published 2, drafts 2, trash 1. So that tells you exactly what is happening on your site. So up here you have the title, author, categories, tags, and the date. So this gives you an update on exactly what is happening. So here you have the title. You can actually, let's scroll down. You can actually click on the title, and this is a hyperlinked title, meaning that you could either right click it and it would take you, let's see what happens. Open the link in a new tab. Meantime, here you can edit your post. If you want to make corrections to your post, this is what you click: quick edit, trash and view. So that's the name of the website. This is the category, and these are the tags or the keywords that are associated with the post. So here you can edit. Let's click and see what happens. You can edit your post. If you want to make change, that's where you go to on your website. Wow, I seem to have too many pages open. Anyway, here you see, this is your post title. Maybe I'm going into too much here now, but this is your post title. You can add media here. This is where you can add videos or images, or you can add audio files. This is visual. My internet is a little slow. This is visual. This is where you can actually type in your words. I am happy today, etc., etc. This is text, where you can type in HTML, which is a particular code. And over here, this tells you the status, whether your post is published, etc. If you go down the right side, you can change the format. You could decide whether you want to have a standard post, a link, gallery, quote, image, video, etc. This is where you would update the post. After you have published it, you click, or you want to edit, you click update. So for example, I might want to change some words, I might want to add content. This is the box in which you do that. Maybe I'm going into too much detail. Anyway, but here are your categories. Categories are the general, headings under which your content would come. For example, this is a demo site. I'm talking about WordPress security plugins and WordPress. So any content related to WordPress security plugins would go here. And maybe I should name this category WordPress tutorials. That all content related to, other general WordPress tutorials would go here. If you want to add a category, you click here. Your tags are keywords that the search engines and other people are using to find content online. And there is a very particular way to do keyword search. We'll talk about that at some other point in time. But your tags need to be tags that are highly searched for. In other words, you can't have 10 people searching for these tags. So for example, this is best WordPress security plugin. So I had to do keyword research to come up with these tags, because I want to be sure that my content hopefully would come up in the search engines when people are searching for WordPress security plugins. Of course, there's the other issue of competition for tags, because there are a lot of people talking about WordPress security plugins. Down here, you can add your featured image. So that's an overview of posts. Here is media. Media is where you would add your new videos. You'd add audio. You'd add images. So you have a library where your media content is stored, and you could always add new there. These are your pages. Pages contain a static, posts continually update. You would add new posts. You could always add new pages, but pages are not usually in WordPress associated with a category, unless you want to link a page to a category, which I do sometimes. And so, for example, pages would be things like about your site, contact, terms and conditions, privacy policy, and more recently, I add GDPR regulations or guidelines in order to adhere with the European Union requirements for privacy for European citizens visiting websites. This is where you can click to get to comments. You would see all the comments that people make on your site. This is appearance of your site. That's on the front end, how your site looks. You can vary the appearance of your website by using themes, WordPress themes. So you could have a theme for, an Amazon store. You can have a theme for a Shopify store. You can have a theme for an AliExpress store. You can have a theme for a news website. You can have a theme for a music website, a chiropractor website, and a hairdresser website, a salon website. Themes vary. You could customize them highly based on your requirements. So there are hundreds and thousands of WordPress themes, I guess, and depending on your site, you can choose a theme or you can just customize any theme to fit the needs of your website. So this is where you customize. You can customize your theme. Widgets are little boxes that you add on the side of your WordPress website. Because my internet is slow, I'm not gonna click. I need to upgrade, I guess. They just upgraded recently. So a recent upgrade means your old version is now slow. Anyway, so widgets would give you things like RSS, really simple syndication, where you could add, updating news or content to your sidebar. You could add a contact box. You can add a search box. You can add your login area to your sidebar. So what I want you to do is to click there and see what would happen when you go to widgets, when you get into your WordPress site. Menus would give you menus for, the menu is that you find on the front end of your WordPress site. You would add things like your contact, your terms and conditions, etc. Background, you can add. Let me see what would happen when I click here. You can add. Let me show you an example of a menu bar on a site that I recently. This is freebies.highticketaffiliate.org. So freebies posts, check out my books, GDPR compliance, and all of these are really pages. And these are static, they don't update. Here's an example of a widget. This is a subscription to a free autoresponder trial and the bonuses. This site is freebies.highticketaffiliate.org. So this is a widget, gives this to you. This is another widget. This search bar is produced by a widget. Okay, so let's go back. Where were we? Here. And we're talking about the Word dashboard. So we were talking about the appearance of your site and how you can vary. Let me just show you how a theme could vary from site to site. For example, on Freebies website, what is the name of this theme again? I can't remember the name of this theme, but it's a free theme that I got. It's pretty fast. And you notice, I didn't change the header. That's the header. And, this is the menu bar. This is a widget there. So, and this is the background. I customized the site so that the background here is in teal. You can also add an image to your background, so that your site has a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of interest. But, on this one, I put a color. Now, here's another site where the theme is entirely different. This one is members.highticketaffiliate.org. This site is created by a special plugin that helps people to add, it's sort of like a social bookmarking site where people can add the website links for free, so that this site is, always adding members for me. I don't do much promotion, but the owners, I guess, have some promotion system in place. So if you notice, the front end looks different because the theme is entirely different. That's the name of the site. These are the pages. You could submit a link, sign in as a member, and this sidebar is created by widgets, a search bar, widget, pages widget, most like widgets. So website owners or developers do create themes and different widgets based depending on, how they how they think the site should look. So speaking about a tour of the WordPress dashboard, this is where you find plugins. Plugins are additions, software additions that help you to customize your WordPress website for different purposes. There you can add new plugins, you can edit plugins. I would not ask you, please don't touch this area, because if you do, your WordPress website would disappear. This is for WordPress experts. So there are a lot of thousands of plugins that give WordPress additional functionality. For example, you have plugins that help your site to be found in the search engines. They call them search engine optimization plugins. There are plugins that create site maps. There are plugins that make your WordPress into an Amazon store, affiliate stores, coupon store, the WooCommerce store. There are so many things that plugins can do for your site. There are plugins that compress images, that speed up your site, that optimize the database so that the site does not slow down. So plugins though can slow down your website. So it's advisable not to use too many. I have to confess, I love plugins. This is your users. This is where, all users. Here you can see there are different levels of users in WordPress. Some of them are administrators, like the people who manage the site overall. Sometimes users could be subscribers. They cannot, or I should say, an administrator and an editor can make changes in the WordPress dashboard because they're authorized to do so. But subscribers are restricted from using the WordPress or from seeing the WordPress dashboard and from making any changes here. Subscribers are only people, for example, who enter their email address and name in order to have access to either a free or paid service that is not accessible on the outside. So they can log in. For example, when you go to members.leanmusclebody.com, you can log in to access the courses, but you cannot do so unless you are logged in. However, you would not be able to make any changes because we have restricted your access to the site. I'm just going to, close this little box there. And here we have tools. These are some little tools that give you some extra functionality. You could import WordPress posts, etc. Export your WordPress posts, export personal data, and erase. And here you'd see tools that are available. Your settings. Settings are another important element of your WordPress website. The settings are important, very, very important for functionality. Here you see general settings that would give you things like your WordPress URL, the site, I'm just trying to close some of these things. The site tagline. So for example, this is a demo site. Basically, it's just WordPress demonstrations. That's the tagline, your time zone, things like that. I just want to ask you to click around. For some reason, it seems as if, things have slowed down here. Writing settings, let's go there. Tell you, I will deal with settings in later detail and how you set them up, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you would see when you go here. Writing settings give you the default post category, so that's usually uncategorized. In other words, default post is where all posts would go to unless you indicate. You could, however, change the default post category to any other category on your WordPress site. So for example, if I want the default post to be WordPress, I click that. Default post format is standard, so you could say chat gallery, whatever. Default editor for all users, classic or block. The editor is this area here where you find your posts, and there are different kinds of editors you have, but WordPress has a default built-in editor that allows you to write posts, edit posts, do different adjustments to your post, different corrections. So for example, the editor allows you to add media, add paragraph, highlight, paragraphs. We will talk about this when we talk about writing posts, so this is the default web editor. There are different editors that add extra features. For example, there's a plugin that I used that could give you, like nice little fonts and, different things like that on your WordPress website. Let me try to shorten up this tutorial. Basically, when you get in, you should click around to see what things look like, but the writing settings are important here. The reading settings, we talk about that discussion media permalinks. We talk about how to set your permalinks later. And then when you scroll down here, you'd see settings usually is an area where you'd find a lot of the WordPress plugins. For example, here is a plugin called Add to Any. This plugin gives me social media icons that people can use to share my content. And when you go down further on the WordPress left hand side of the dashboard, you would find other WordPress plugins, and if you hover over them, the instructions would come up there. Let's see what else we need to talk about here on the middle part, the major part of the dashboard. There's, a variety of things. It says welcome, customize your site. It tells you to write a post, add an about page. Basically what you do, you click around and see what things look like. It gives you an update on the number of posts and pages. You see, I'm running the latest version of WordPress. You should always update your WordPress version to avoid the security issues. This is the theme. You could do a quick draft here. You don't want to write a long post. You can do that there. And your activity is there. There's my word fence. You should always try to use word fence. It tells you, it blocks IPs. It blocks people from countries that are trying to hack and login attempts. So nobody has attempted to log in here. No updates are needed at this time. So over here, I should say, is where you would log out. You could edit your profile by clicking here. If you want to change your password, that's where you'd go. Unfortunately, you cannot change your username after you start your WordPress site, so make sure you choose the right username and you will log out there. If you are enrolled at a website, one of the automatic websites called Gravatar, this would give you your unique WordPress.com identity. So anytime you start a site, Gravatar automatically adds your ID, your photo, and your other details there. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of the WordPress admin or the WordPress dashboard. Remember to get there, you log in with your WordPress URL /wp-admin or wp-login.php. My name is Mercedes Moss. Remember I said I have one of my favorite web hosting services. Right now, they're running a great promotion. You can get a WordPress website for as low as 80 cents a month. You know, that will give you, like, that's $1 a year, a month, $12 a year. But you will get one website there. That is great. They have an additional free service, but sometimes that site, those sites are not always 99.9% up online. Sometimes they do disappear offline, because it's free. So that's how it works. So I'll put the link there as soon as I get sorted out. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up on my YouTube video, like and share. And I hope that you would begin to use WordPress. It's really fun. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.